Now, one thing I want to talk about is deep water bait selection. What do you throw when you're fishing deep water? Of course, deep water is a relative term, but that generally means at least as deep as where you stick your rod in the water and then touch the bottom. It's relative. But typically, deep water baits comprise pretty simple. You have real heavy baits that get down deep. That would be the multitude kind of spoons, especially like a jigging spoon or a big flutter spoon. Big deep diving crankbaits, big jigs, drop shots, Carolina rigs, big heavy weighted swim baits that hit the bottom, even a great big giant spinnerbait. Swim baits, that's kind of a key. The first several I mentioned were bottom baits, for the most part. Baits that can be used more for suspended fish in really deep water when you can get them to come up. That includes drop shots for suspended fish. A lot of swim baits are mid-level or even high-level. Suspending jerk baits are great deep water baits. You can call the fish up. Water needs to be really clear for some of these baits I'm talking about. And believe it or not, top water. So, as you can see, deep water fishing is crazy. Big Texas rig worm, you name it. The only limitation is the sink rate if you're fishing the bottom. If you're fishing pretty clear water, you can use some of these other baits that suspend or actually are real close or actually on the surface to call the fish up out of deep water. Pretty awesome. It's a lot wider range of baits that you can use than you would initially think of when you see deep water. So keep an open mind. Let the fish tell you what you need to throw. If you see schooling activity and they're out there chasing bait, you can use pretty much all those baits. Keep in mind those big heavy ones are kind of nice too, because you can cast them a really long way if you're chasing those schooling fish. So all these things come into play when you're in deep water. Keep your eyes open, look for birds. A lot of times they'll show you where the fish are, and have these baits kind of at your disposal on your boat ready to go. Go through them, try a bunch of different things, and you know what? Probably a couple of them will be the ticket on that particular day.